Good morning. So this reading is for Wednesday, October 23rd. And then before I start shuffling, I just want to thank all of you for all of your kind comments and everything else. It goes a lot further than you think. So I do appreciate that here. Wanted to say that before I really started getting into the shuffling because I don't want that energy bleeding into this reading. So let's get clear energy. I'm doing past, present, and future. Keep in mind, free will is definitely a thing. So if there's something here that you don't like the direction that it's going, you can certainly make other decisions, and that will change it. I have seen that come up where all of a sudden I see a shift from day to day, and it's because collectively we didn't like where this was going, and so we made a conscious decision to think differently, respond differently. One more on current energy. Also, I've been getting like weird off and on comments about, and it seems to be select videos with the audio. So I completely bought a new microphone. Let me know if that is making a difference here, if there's any issues with the audio. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about standing at a crossroads. So there's a decision that needs to be made. It's about what path are you going to choose. Right underneath that is the Three of Wands. It feels like that you've been searching for this clarity for a while. It's one thing to close a chapter and know that, okay, I'm putting an end to this. I need to move forward. But then it's another thing to make a decision. Okay, well, now what? Now what do I do? Especially if it was a major ending, then it becomes even more confusing because you don't want to misstep. You don't want to end up right back where you were, kind of afraid to make a wrong decision here. And when I look at the past energy, I'm getting the Ten of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So this feels a lot like what's been closing out because we've all been going through some chapters closing, something here that created a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, but also a lot of obstacles and challenges. And so whatever happened here in the past, you're seeing things differently. There's some sort of lesson that you learned from this entire past. And that's what I'm getting from this Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is, okay, let's flip everything upside down. What are we getting out of this situation? What are we learning about this entire scenario? And this way, that does help in not repeating the same mistakes. It also helps in figuring out what your clear path forward is going to be, because now you're taking all of this knowledge and you're using that experience to help guide your decisions. And it does seem to be for the better, but there's still some kind of analysis going on. So I'll talk about that here in a second. We do have the Nine of Pentacles showing up, the Eight of Swords, and the Empress energy. So the Empress is transformation. So when you think about the Empress energy and what it represents, in a lot of the decks, she's pregnant. So she's going from being one person to being two people. So she's carrying something with her. This is the birth of something new. But with the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, so the Nine of Pentacles is about creating your own abundance. Eight of Swords, this is very much being up in your head about it. So it's a self-imposed prison of the mind. In a lot of ways, this is kind of like the devil energy, but on a much smaller scale, because this is something that you're doing to yourself. You are restricting yourself, kind of taking yourself out of whatever environment might help provide that clarity. You're really trying to search within. It's not a negative by any means. It's just that you're kind of, because it's almost a little bit of that hermit energy too, where you're just kind of going inward to figure things out on your own. And you're focused here on your own abundance and your own transformation. There is this kind of fear of making the wrong decision. So let's keep going, and then I'll clarify all the cards. And so when I look at the future energy here, I'm getting the Six of Pentacles. That's actually a really, really positive card. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the Judgment. So that lack of decision, you will make a decision here. That's what the Judgment's all about. You go from a 2 card to a 20, which also tells me that the decision that you're making is divinely guided. So pay attention to any signs that you're getting from the universe. What I love about the Six of Pentacles is it's a card of generosity, and you're only generous when you feel like you have enough to give. You have enough not only to meet your own needs, but to actually share with other people. And so it's really, this is a really strong energy. This tells me that you do get out of that Eight of Swords energy. Whatever you're learning right now, whatever is happening, whatever you're thinking about, you are very close to figuring things out. There is going to be this kind of aha, sudden realization. Something is going to click into place. And Page of Swords, there's the clarity. This is giving you that signal to say this is the path that you need to go down, this is the decision that you need to make, and this is the one that's in your best interest here. So let me get some additional details. And the Hanged Man. So with the Ten of Wands, I'm getting the Five of Pentacles. This is the chapter that's closing. The Five of Pentacles is about leaving something behind, abandoning something here, leaving it out in the cold. That's what you're doing. Whatever the weight was that you were carrying around in the past, you made some sort of decision here to really put it behind you. This is not something that you need to carry forward, and it's not something you wanted to carry forward. And when I see the Five of Wands as obstacles and challenges, this was actually the universe pointing you in a direction. If you felt like the weight on your shoulders got heavier and heavier over time, it's because the universe was trying to show you you don't need to carry it. And how much more weight do I need to put on your shoulders before that dawns on you, before you recognize this isn't the right path for you? And so resistance is one thing, but it felt like it was an abundance of resistance that you were up against. All of these obstacles and challenges just kept pushing you back. And what it was doing was trying to show you that that wall had a breaking point. And like if you had just kept kind of looking a little bit further, there was an opening right there. And that's what this is. This is about you figuring out your path forward, that brand new beginning, putting the past behind you. With the Hanged Man, I'm getting the Hermit energy. So you've been in this Hermit energy for a while. And this is a lot of going inside, figuring things out. This is a lot of that Eight of Swords energy that I'm seeing in the current. It started here in the past. But what I like about it, past versus present, these are major cards. And so the major cards would indicate that you've done a lot of the work already, because I'm getting a minor card in the current energy. So it's that clarity is coming. The more that you think about it, the easier it is to be able to move forward. The more things are clicking into place. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands. Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Empress. Ace of Swords. So looking here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, this tells me that you are very focused on your abundance. If there are people around you that are questioning your decisions or questioning your path forward or your motivations, you're not having any of it. That the Seven of Wands tells me that you're going to stick up for yourself. You're going to defend all of your actions, all of your words, every decision that you're making. It is truly your own decision to make. Nobody else gets a say on that. With the Eight of Swords, I'm getting the Ten of Swords. This is you putting the past behind you, figuring out, okay, how do I really move on from this past energy? How do I really make a clear decision that doesn't put me right back where I was? You don't want to go back to that negative headspace or that painful ending. With the Empress, I'm getting the Ace of Swords. So this is where the clarity is coming. As you continue to raise your own vibration, the more work you do on yourself, the more that you lift yourself up, the more clarity that you get. When you're able to, I think the Hanged Man, really take that kind of bird's eye view of the entire situation, things do become more clear. So let's get the Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords, I was wondering if it was going to show up, and it did. So with the Six of Pentacles, I'm getting the Two of Wands. The more balance you get within yourself, the more that you feel like you're able to give to other people because you have enough to meet your own needs, that's when you start to look off in the distance and see the potential in the situation. That Two of Swords becomes a Two of Wands here, where you are able to figure out that choice over there is in my best interest because you see the potential there. With the Page of Swords, I'm getting the Page of Cups. This is not only the clarity, but this is also expressing yourself in a way that really aligns with what you need, what you want here. And when I said the sudden realization, I was wondering if the Tower would come out. It did. So there is going to be Something here. So it's almost like you go from a tentative decision to a major decision in your life, or maybe it just opens up more possibilities here. The more that you focus on yourself and then you start to see the potential, the more you focus on that, you have this awakening that's taking place here. It's allowing you to really take confident steps forward. This is, I mean, this is a really solid path forward. So I don't know if your free will really wants you to change this because this seems really positive. So anyway, this is the reading for Wednesday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.